Hello, this is part 5 of What If Izuku has ronin armor. Warning, I do not own My Hero Academia or ronin warriors, aka semi-triples. So I'm yawning. Again, internet, YouTube. I have to use pictures off of my phone. If I cuss, I cuss. If I yawn. Again, I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Okay, here we go. When we left off, at the end, it's a little bit messed up. But let me try to clean it up in this part. What I mean is when he put his chains around him, he grabbed hold of him and just booked it out of there. While the Yamo size family, I can't say it properly, youngest son, was wearing the Wi-Fi armor. He was able to absorb most of the fire and went out of there. He was able to draw his swords and slice and dice. And Sue was able to grab hold of the chains with the weapon, with the blade. Crap, come on. Okay. Okay, sorry, this thing. I'm trying my best to figure this entire thing out. Anyways, that blade, well, thing is, he does have it in his right hand. His left hand is keeping the family that's wrapped with chain, or the other frozen. He tosses chain. He said, "Hang on!" And of course, they grab hold of it and hang on for dear life, along with the family. And while Charles' quotes make them lifted, they were able to get out of there while he was using his weapon to swing from right to left, left to right, right to left, up, down, angled, cross-held, you name it. Heck, he's able to have enough length in the chain to spin around and got out of there because they were actually in the front yard of the mansion now. So he said, "Ochako!" He said, "On it!" Release. They landed and just ran to. They ran. They saw some few armored guards. Said, "Don't worry, they're on our side, I hope." Said, he walked over and said, "Izuku, what about the Wi-Fi armor?" They saw him blaze out with a defense stance from his family. Easy. When I said that the armor chose because they were reforged, yeah. These are the dynasty guards. So yeah. Oh, I know. Try to calm down. So he couldn't really move that much because his body because the adrenaline was so high that he couldn't really see straight. He said, "Easy. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Calm down. Breathe. Okay." And he quickly... Oh, I'm yawning too, sorry. He quickly put the swords back into the sheath, and after he was able to calm down and the armor stopped glowing, turns out it was fully healed. After that, the armor disappeared and he was just in his base form. When he passed out. Again, the second was probably the one I'm going with. When he passed out, the base on the outer armor or the wife armor disappeared, not the base armor. The base armor was still there. Cricket picked him up. He said, so I'm yawning. It's getting close to 10 in the morning. Hold on. Should say 9:30. But after that, they went back. They hopped on and they went back to the Dynasty Ward with the Yamasaw family. And some other stuff. Most of the other families want to go along with them too, but they decided not to. They decided to go back, talk to the police officers and the so-called Hill Society and the Hill Commission. Thing is, one of the soldiers, armor soldiers, stayed behind to tell them everything, which he did. Got done. Sorry, oh boy. Whew. When he got done explaining everything, he used a talisman to open up a small doorway. And when he walked through, the Hill Commission, one of them said, "Hey, is the president with y'all?" "Yes." "Tell us what the real's going on." "Okay, got it." When he got back in, door closed, yes. When they arrived and sat down, izuku, along with the Yarasai family, Yaramomo family, Momoyasai family, Yasai, I can't even say her last name properly. The Yasuo family. Sorry, I can't hardly say their name. Oh boy, I have a lot of yawns. That's not good. He was carrying him. He got back to the palace and set him down. The armor. Well, one of the sorcerers put his hands on him and said, "Actually, the armor's fully restored." This happened. The kid kind of actually hit his body. That's good. By this time, izuku still has his full armor. So when he took it off, or unarmored, well, hold on. Let me do it this way. Crap. Hold on. Yeah. Whew. Things went kind of weird because Lady Cry herself used these big pieces of metal to actually finish the armors. He said, "What armors?" "What armors?" Explain? Sorry. Well, she fixed up her armor. The armor of Twilight was fully... You have to look it up because I couldn't really find a picture of her armor because I couldn't really find it that well, because the other pictures I did find, they wasn't 100% clear. And they had a lot of text over it too, so yeah, so sorry. Anyways, he actually built 5, hold on, yeah, let's say 3, yeah, you know what, why not 5 female armors. And I got a reference to it. Oh, sorry, getting tired of it. One of the references is actually a female knight's armor. Again, a reference. Looks like this, but more samurai themed, more Shogun themed, I should say. Because the weapon was actually on her back skull armor, but it was completed. There was 3 more, or 2 more just like it, but the weapons, one was a battle axe and another one was actually a the second one, the weapon was actually a battle axe, while the third one was actually I like to say let me pause. Okay, because on her back looks like a broadsword almost. Look up the picture of Excalibur, because it has the same length as Excalibur in a way, or a two-handed broadsword. Well, it's actually on the back. I think more likely on the back armor. 2 more were actually on the end. They will look like they're more for close range combat, because they had, because the fourth one looked like a trident themed weapon. And it looks something like this. Comes to the armor. Except for the helmet. It looks like that helmet, okay? Okay, wait a minute. Why not does 5 armors look just like this one? Okay? Basically it's a knight armor, okay? More Shogun themed actually, more samurai themed actually. But of course the fourth one, it does have 2 swords, 2 katana blades. While the fifth one was more elegant in a way. Looks like more like a in my mind the weapon looks like a bow, bow and arrow, I think. But again, I said I'm thinking crescent mark, and yeah, that's it actually. Of course, the Mystic said, "Let it cry. Why don't you build these armors? Just be on the safe side. If couldn't really find the wielders of the original armors, at least we can find some equal females." Fair point. But here's the thing, though. See, I also asked them to reforge to create 2 new armors, which they did. They literally reforged the Inferno armor into an actual armor. And again, this is going to be too bright, I think. Yeah, it's way too bright. And this armor, the Black Inferno armor. But this is that's where the thick cuts, because this is going to be more like, I do have a second Frozen if Izuku has the Black Inferno armor. The second part, the second Frozen of the story would have actually begun during the first part. So yeah, again, this is GR. Again, this is just me doing me. I gotta keep seeing on 50. Sorry, YouTube internet.